look, if you can stay in your 9 to 5 too,
Yeah.
love it.
Okay.
You know what I'm
I'm
saying?
like, girly.
Like,
Do it.
I'm definitely not a person that's saying go entrepreneur, become a business owner. I'm not one of them.
Yeah.
It so happened to be for me. It's not for everybody. It's a lot that comes into play with it, especially if you want to do it the right way. If you want to come and you want to BS with it, I suggest you not get into it.
Man. Hey everyone, welcome to my channel.
Can you focus on me? Baby, can you focus on me? Hands in the stove, how the faucet's running and I keep looking at you.
Welcome back to the Pretty Candid Podcast. I am your host, Marissa H, per usual, and we're here today filming at Dawa Studios. Thank you for having me. So, as y'all know, I have started a new artist spotlight, but I also have the entrepreneurial spotlight. So today I have a special guest. Can I not talk today? That's crazy. This person, I just told them I've been stalking their socials for a while. I know that they're not from Texas, just landed in Texas a few years back. Definitely been like hitting the ground running, making major moves. Owner of Cranky Grannies, we have Sianni Dean today. Welcome. How you feeling? How are you?
I'm doing good. How about you?
I'm pretty good, child. I can't complain. It ain't gonna help no way.
Right.
So, hey, how's things going? Is it busy right now? Like, it's almost holiday season. How's that been going?
Caterings is taking off.
Ooh,
Yeah.
really?
With everything happening in the economy, I'm not gonna lie. Sales in store kind of all over the place, but as far as the caterings, definitely kicking our behinds.
Yeah, I can see that. And I feel like even more so because we really just kind of get into the tip of the holidays. So I can just imagine going into Christmas and all that. I'm excited. Y'all definitely please go, by the end of this, I'm letting you know now, you're going to want to check out Cranky Granny. So yeah, just stay tuned. So to kind of jump into this, before we kind of get into just like the business and all that, I want to know, who is Sianni? What would you say, right? For those who don't know.
I don't know. That's a loaded question. I'm not gonna lie.
Right.
You gotta give me something specific. Like, which
so
one?
like outside of the business, right? If people who don't know you, who would you say, hey, this what I'm about, this who I am? What would you say?
I don't know. I mean, I think people would say, smart when it comes to business things. I love to eat.
Yeah, big foodie.
Big foodie. I think that is like a big part of who Sianni is. When I wake up, I'm thinking about food. When I'm going throughout my day, I'm thinking about food. Like, I'm definitely like a food motivated person. I'll say that.
Okay, that kind of makes sense. And I guess to me, right, I look at it like all of the flavors of the cinnamon rolls, right? And I can tell you in there like pinching and playing and experimenting, they kind of fits the profile of you. So that does make sense. Make sense. So let me ask you this. How did we get Cranky Grannies? The name, the whole structure of it, how did we get there?
All right, so we want to start from the beginning. Cause
okay.
Outside of me just being food motivated, I'm definitely, I would say, money motivated and stuff like that as well.
Oh, okay.
So when I was a kid, instead of like my parents saying, hey, I want to get you like this dollhouse or this toy or something like that, as an incentive, is like, oh, I got this money for you. I got this for you, something. So like I started to kind of learn and value money early on and stuff. So I was definitely the candy kid.
Oh, okay. You at the school slinging.
Oh, yeah, most definitely. My mom used to work at this doctor's office, and she had like these little pagers. I used to take them over to the school and sell them for like $2 because they like little cell phones to everybody. So
I know that's right.
So I was like the candy kid, used to make the bracelets, sell those, and that eventually turned into selling food platters and stuff when I was around like 15 to 16 in high school. And then from the food platters and doing the catering, I started Cranky Granny Sweet Rolls, so that became the dessert component. So I came up with the concept of Cranky Grannies at 14.
Wow.
So came up with the concept of that at 14. And then worked on that for a couple years doing the market research and stuff. And then at 18 is when I really came full-fledged out with Cranky Grannies. But like, even with the beginning and stuff, I'm asking people like, hey, do you like this name or do you like that name? I'm not telling them what it's for. I'm just like, kind of doing some market research and stuff. So yeah, everything started pretty early on for me.
Okay.
But even before that, with the food platters and stuff, a lot of people don't know that came from heartbreak. So I was like 15, 16. Mind you, I already thought about Cranky Grannies, but I'm not really in
Acting on it, yeah.
Not too deep. But I was 16, just had my first little heartbreak or whatever the case is. And then I remember I was sitting in my mom's kitchen. I'm like, I got all this pent up negative energy. I was like, I'm gonna make something positive about this situation. Yeah. So then that's when I started selling the food. I probably had like $50 to my name at the moment. And then I just started selling the food, doing the catering, everything was taking off. And then, like I said, I started introducing Cranky Grannies eventually as the dessert components. Because I did the brownies, the cheesecakes, the cupcakes, the cake pops, all that kind of stuff. But I want to focus in on Cranky Granny, so.
Because I'm not gonna lie, I think that's what I wanted to know. Like, dang, like, did she start off making just food or desserts or whatever? So that's good to know. So at some point, you was whipping it up in the kitchen.
Most
just
definitely.
played.
I was nasty with it too.
Ooh.
I was definitely making a bag off that, and I left that all back in Jersey though. So I was still doing all of that. I like out of an apartment and everything like that. But once I came here to Texas, I said I'm going to fully focus in on Cranky Grannies because everybody sells food.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But it's rare, especially at that time when I came up with the concept, or even when I came out here. Food platters, everybody doing catering, it was having this moment. It was having its shine.
Yeah.
Everybody wasn't doing cinnamon rolls
At all.
So I was like, let me focus in on this specific thing, really take this full-fledged as far as I can take it, and then eventually I'll just start dipping my feet into other stuff. Because, like, I mean, I'm only 26, so I got plenty of time. When I came out here, I was 21.
Oh, wow. So, okay, let me say this real quick. So this is what I want to know, too. First of all, everything is kind of making sense, right? Entrepreneurial spirit at a young age, right? So, of course, you was going to take off running. But how did we get to, like, Texas? Jersey to Texas. Like,
Two totally different things, right?
I've been thinking that the whole time. Like, I got to ask her that because Jersey to Texas, I've been to Jersey once, New Brunswick.
Okay. So New Brunswick, that's like not too far.
Right.
Not from where I was at.
And see, I was only there 2 days. Shocked the shit out of me. A whole bunch of stuff is different. You know, I'm an Austinite, like true, like bred and born here. So going there was very different. So I guess I'm always curious to know, like, that East Coast, how we get way down here?
Right.
Yeah.
So I'm not gonna lie, I was so against Texas at first. So I remember when I was like getting out of high school and stuff, I used to say, oh, I'm gonna move to Atlanta. I'm gonna move here. I'm gonna move there. Like I was doing all that, you know, fresh out of high school. And then my best friend, she was like, hey, man, like, let's move over to Texas and stuff. I'm like, I ain't moving to no Texas. Like, we in Jersey, so we talk about, like, you want to move to, like, North Carolina or Virginia, Delaware, close state, Georgia.
Okay.
You're not talking about Texas. But I was in this group called Alluvione. There's a whole bunch of other business owners and stuff. We lived all over the U.S. And we used to do these meetings and stuff, and the owner of the group actually lived out here. And he had a father-in-law that had a restaurant. So I came out here or whatever, just for like 2-3 days to visit, see how everything was. And I absolutely fell in love with Austin.
Really?
It was just so different from what Jersey was. Like when I tell people especially where I was at in Jersey, so I grew up over in Willingboro, New Jersey. That's kind of like South Central. I make a left, I'm going to go towards Camden and Philly. I make a right, I'm going to go towards Philly and Trenton. Because Philly's just so big, it's kind of all around or whatever.
Right.
But you got to leave Willingboro, you got to leave Jersey to go do anything. Versus Austin, it was just so much going on out here. I'm like, dang, I like it out here. It just like, it was moving, it was fast. So spent a couple days out here and I was like, and that was like January of 23.
Okay.
Cause when did we have no, that was January of 2019 or 2018. One of them years. 2020. That's when it was.
2020, okay.
So we came out here and I was like, oh yeah, I'm gonna move out there. So all right, now March comes, we supposed to leave, but then that's when the pandemic happened. So now that pushed everything back. But then November came and I was like, yeah, we definitely out. So November of 2020 is when we finally decided to come to Texas.
That's a big leap.
Yeah, but honestly, it was because that specific restaurant owner said, hey, you could come in here and sell your cinnamon rolls out of here for free. I'm 21 at the time, 21 at the time. I don't have any kids. I'm not in college or anything. So I'm just like, you know,
let's do it.
Yeah.
Damn. I won't lie. I feel like a lot of people be scared to take that risk. Mainly just because it's like just the fear of the unknown, especially when you're so accustomed to one side of the world and then you come somewhere differently. But I want to say, just from the sightings that I've seen, right, especially just through your social media presence and how people respond to you in the desserts and things like that, I want to say, I think you have officially done your big one. Like you've been taking off going. I didn't heard about the cinnamon roll so many times. Ain't none of y'all brought me one. I want to say that too. But it's okay. It's
Look,
okay.
at least we came through today. I told you I got you with that peach cobbler.
I got me a peach cobbler. No, so okay. Was Cranky Granny's like inspired by something, the name, or is it just like, I think that's something different? Like, how did that come about?
So Granny is the inspiration behind the business. So Granny is still alive and everything. That's another question people ask. She still live over in Philly. But Granny is the inspiration behind the business and stuff. I just remember going over to Granny's house over in Philly, growing up, for different family occasions, whether it's like Thanksgiving or any type of get together. They're playing spades. They got good food. It's delicious desserts and stuff like that, all going around. There's laughter, watching TV and stuff. I cannot name any bad time at Granny's house.
Right.
So I wanted to be able to bring that same experience that I was able to have growing up into other people's lives. So we was able to do that with Cranky Granny. So one of my things is we bring family and friends together once we roll at a time.
Yep.
So.
Yep. I like that. Shout out to Granny. You did a great job. So let's get into some more questions. So let me ask you this, right? As far as baking and like even beforehand the cooking, what does that do for you? Is it more of like a personal art to you? Is it more of a therapy? Like, does that, what does that do for you? Like in the beginning stage, how did you feel about baking?
So I'm gonna be fully honest with you.
Okay.
So when I was in high school, right? So I'm like 14 years old and I'm a freshman.
Okay.
And I had some other class, but I wanted to switch it out for baking and pastry because I heard if you in baking and pastry, you can make your own. I told you I'm food motivated. You can make your own food. You don't gotta eat the cafeteria lunch and stuff like that. So I was like, oh, I'm trying to be able to baking and pastry.
I'm finna whip up in here.
Yeah. So honestly, like I was never into baking like that up until I got into school. Plus, I was into culinary, but I wasn't necessarily into food like that yet. My only thing was like I could eat in there. So I get my classes changed around, and I go into the class, and I give her my transcript, and she looks at it, she's like, you're a freshman, I don't accept you, freshman, and told me to leave. I was like, well, all right.
My bad.
So, but she had a club, and I'm like, well, you can't kick me out the club. So now I go join her club. And then from there, that's kind of where everything just kept on going.
Who would have thought?
Yeah.
You in there just trying to plate up your own stuff, and now here we are. That's lit,
though. But from that, like, honestly, being in there and her being on me as much as she was my chef, I feel like she kind of instilled me wanting to have, like, that perfection and stuff. Because, like, I just realized I had like, a natural gift to mess with food. Just like how some people have a natural gift to braid hair or to, paint art and stuff. I just kind of had a natural gift to play around with ingredients. And I would normally, for the most part, get things right the first time. It wasn't like a thing where I had to keep being like shown or keep going over the recipe over and over. I just got it. So it kind of grew from there. And honestly, just wanting people to have a positive and great experience with whatever it is that I was giving them. Because honestly, the cinnamon rolls were trash at first. They were dense, they were floury, they just weren't good. But I just kept practicing because it's like, if somebody's going to spend it, and I understood this at a young age, if somebody's going to spend their hard-earned money with you, or you even want to have somebody consume your stuff, you want to give them quality.
I like that. I think that speaks to why the product is so good, right? Is the intention behind it. And I think sometimes in the entrepreneurial world, that kind of gets lost.
Yeah.
But I do like that at a young age, like that was instilled in you, like, and it sounded like pretty much from self, like outside of family, but like pretty much you like got it in your mind, nah, this is how I'm gonna run this, and this is how I'm gonna do it. And I can appreciate that.
So I'll definitely say I had I didn't have any entrepreneurs, I want to say necessarily in my family, but I had good representation from somebody I worked for. So I worked for the Harrises over at Rita's over in Willingboro. So Rita's water ice is like, you know what a snow cone is, obviously, right?
Yeah.
Do you know what water ice is?
Yes.
Okay, so I used to work over at a water ice shop over in Willingboro from like 14 to 19 or something. And he was he was a black guy, well, black family and stuff like that. And he had one of the best stores in Jersey and stuff. And he was just a really good representation of like,
How it should go.
Yeah, like, things were always clean and, it was always compliments in the store. He always wanted to make sure things were done right. He wasn't cutting corners and stuff. So like I kind of I seen great representation as far as that on, okay, this is how I want to be. And, he even seen me in his class. He even seen me at work sometimes. I'm in the back making water ice or doing something. I'm studying my notes for my entrepreneurship club that I was in. So, like, he would start showing me, like, hey, this is what it's going to look like for an invoice that you might have one day. And things like that. So,
That's
they would have good representation as far as, and mind you, that was somebody that wasn't even my family or anything like that. He just seen that I really wanted it. But I think I made a good first impression on him, too, when over in Jersey, it snows crazy. And I remember it was a storm the one day, and I really wanted the job at Rita's. Like, I just really want to work there. Again, I'm food motivated. I was a order.
I need to be there.
I need to be there. So I remember I needed to put my application in, I think, by a certain time frame. And me and my parents walked in that storm over to the Rita's. Because we couldn't drive because, like, the roads and stuff. But we walked all the way over there just so I can put my application in.
That's dedication for real.
So I definitely had a job after that. I think he just seen like, okay, well,
I'm finna have this water ice, sleet, snow, whatever. I love that. I love that. Okay, this is what I want to know too, because I heard you say just experimenting and things like that, and how the cinnamon rolls maybe wasn't the best at first. How do you start with like the flavor palettes? Like, how do you decide? Especially in the beginnings, how did you kind of decide like, yeah, I'm gonna do this one, I'm gonna do that one? Or did you ever have a flavor that kind of flopped? It didn't turn out how you thought? Really?
Yeah. Like recently I tried to do this like fruity pebble one and I just didn't like it.
You didn't like, but okay, you didn't like it?
It wasn't, I didn't like the look of it. I didn't like the taste of it. It's like, I just needed to do more. But that was just that was an example.
I give you this though, because looking at them, it does look like aesthetically pleasing. Like it looks like it's just so good. You know what I'm saying? So that does make sense. But as far as like the flavors, like I think I even seen banana pudding. It was like it's not a sticky bun, but it's kind of like walnut pecan.
The wet walnut or the pecan pie one?
I'm coming. Me and you will see each other soon. Because I said, that'll be good with some bluebell. That'll hit.
Right, with some ice cream. Mind you, we got ice cream in the store too. So we have the milkshakes. You can add a scoop of ice cream on top, whipped cream and everything. So.
That's what my boyfriend was talking about. He's like, you seen they got milkshakes? I said, no, they don't. And I went on there.
Our milkshakes go crazy. Like our frozen coffees, that's my favorite thing. I was hooked on them for a second.
Frozen coffee?
Yeah.
You got caramel you could put on it?
Yeah.
Okay, Sianni, we could talk. We could talk. But no, so do you ever just, like when you're making up stuff, because I know sometimes, like even with me, it'd be hard. Not hard, but I sometimes have moments where it's like, oh, I don't know. Outside of that fruity pebble flavor, right? When it comes to just flavors in general, like how long is it before like you actually put it in store and start selling it?
It honestly really depends. Like I have content and stuff like that I probably made a year ago. We still haven't even put the flavor out for it, and then I might put it out sometime next year. I might put it out in the next week. It kind of just depends on how my life is going at the time.
Yeah, that makes sense.
I'm not gonna lie. So we try to make sure that we're consistent with having some type of flavor of the week every week and stuff outside of our regular menu, because we have at least 12 regular menu items, plus we got a secret menu, and then we do a different flavor of the week every week too. Like this week is our red velvet. A couple weeks ago was like the ube blueberry, the stuffed sweet potato pie, pumpkin spice. Like we have different ones that we'll bring just for a week. And sometimes they do so well that we either have to keep it for the whole season or we keep it on the menu in general. But I mean, honestly, I could come up with something today and I'd be like, I think next week will be the time for it. Or
we should drop it.
Yeah, or, we might drop it months from now,
I won't lie. When I seen... And I'm ube, is that the ube?
The ube.
Ube. Yeah. So funny story. When I went, where did I go? I went to Colorado like a couple years back, and they had like a waffle like that. And I remember like, I don't like how it looked. It looked weird, and it was like bluish purple. I was like, I don't like how that look. I'm not gonna do it. I'm cool. Just bring me French toast. I'm cool. When I seen that, I was like, hold on, but that's cinnamon roll. So like, what is that? Please bring that back if you can.
No, we definitely will. The people loved it. I'm not gonna lie, we going crazy with.
I'm a blueberry girl down, like since the Dum Dums. Like I love anything blueberry. So when I seen that and I was like so busy, I said, oh my god. But no, that the creativity I think is what I really admire about you. creativity, consistency, and like I said, being intentional. I think sometimes in the entrepreneurial land, it kind of gets lost in the sauce, especially when you become so busy and you got projects going on and everything like that. And so if nobody has told you lately, let me be the first to tell you that is something to really hold on near and dear. And I think you're doing a great job.
I appreciate it.
And I can't wait to see how this goes. Like, it's been going like awesome. So I can't wait to see like another 5. That's what I was going to say. What do you want Cranky Grannies to look like in like the next 5 years?
Since I was 14, I never thought about just having one store or being like a mom and pop shop or anything. From the get-go, I've always been like, I want to franchise this. Like, I want to have multiple locations. At first, I was just like, oh, I just want one in every state.
Yeah.
But then once I moved to Texas, I'm like, Texas is big. Like, you need one in Austin. You need a couple in Houston, Dallas, San Antonio. And that's just Texas.
The major cities.
Exactly.
We ain't even
I'm
talking
like,
about, yeah.
Exactly. So I'm like, that whole one estate thing not going to work. But I always thought about how we want to franchise everything. So.
I can see that, especially for the girlies out there or the men's out there that's like, they got a passion for baking. Because that's who I would want to kind of mimic your same style of how you run your business. Do you think with the franchises you would be super selective, or you kind of just like, hey, it's a franchise at this point?
No, I feel like you still have to have intention behind it.
Yes.
And you still have to have certain rules in place and stuff like that. Because, like, I mean, we've been offered money and quote unquote opportunities and all these type of things for so long. Like, people think we're still we're a franchise now.
I did.
But
I did at first.
Yeah, some people think we're already that and stuff like that. But I'm not just taking funds from anywhere, because I need other things outside of that. Like, it's easy to go get some money. But it's another thing when you can have somebody that can also offer experience or connections and things of that nature too.
Yeah.
And someone else that's also not going to try to come in and act like they started it all. Like, I already had my own footprint before you came around.
Yeah, that's what we don't want, for sure. Because I think you do have...
But I'm not stubborn, though. Like, you know what I mean? I'm not stubborn to a point where it's like, it just has to be mine. I just think the situation has to be right, and I'm not going to hold on to just take anything.
Yeah.
So,
like, again, what's your sign?
I'm a Capricorn.
I damn knew it. When your
January 13th.
I knew it. I'm about to say she an early Capricorn. All the Capricorns I know, they about their money. They into the business, the analytics, the people. Like, but also I like what I like, but I also don't like what I don't like. So let's not do that. But I appreciate Capricorns. Y'all get to the bag.
What's your sign?
What you think?
Pisces.
What the fuck? Yes.
Oh my gosh.
What? Oh damn. See, I thought we was cool.
No, I ain't gonna cap. Capricorns and Pisces get along.
Sometimes.
For them, no. So the Pisces that I know.
Okay. They March or February?
March.
Okay.
March.
Okay.
We get along.
Yeah.
My best friend's a Pisces. Somebody I was with for about 6 years was a Pisces. You gotta get along with somebody if you with about 6 years.
That's a long ass time.
Pisces, I get along with Pisces. I'll say that.
I will say, yeah, because my favorite cousin is Capricorn. Ooh, did I say that?
We get along. Don't even try to.
Okay. Let's talk about this real tidbit, y'all. It was one day I had posted something on social media and you was like, that's some Texas stuff. What's the most like top 2 things that you feel like since you've been down here, you've been like, what the hell is this? What's going on?
Mullets. Seeing mullets. I never seen a mullet in person until I came out here. One of my no.
Yeah. Okay.
No.
But you right.
I never seen, but even on the kids and stuff like that, I'm like,
yeah,
mullets out here for real. That is just seeing cactus. I mean that's normal to y'all, but like,
yeah,
and the way y'all talk. And I can't remember what it was that day that made me comment, but I barely comment on anything. So it must have been something super Texas that made me say, what the heck?
For context, y'all. So y'all see me on the show the same way I'm on the show. That's how I be on social media. And I basically said, now that we older, why was y'all putting lean on Black and Moss?
I had to ask my girlfriend why.
Yeah, okay.
I ain't get that.
Basically, like, the lean is already doing what it's doing, right? Mm-hmm. And so you can't smoke it, so you coat it just for that extra poof. First of all, I want to say this. Did you see how many comments was on there? They was in there like, yeah, I used to do it. I said, damn.
You know, you was funny because I was reading the comments. And
Dog.
you was even saying something to the women like, wait, why?
Because who gonna be the girls? Who is gonna be the girls? Y'all is tough. I don't want no problems with y'all. I was shocked.
I'm
What
screaming.
the hell? Y'all is no limit soldiers. Okay.
For real.
So, let me ask you this. What do you think is a big misconception that people have about your business or just the food industry, period? What would you say?
A big misconception they have that we're just charging what we're charging just for the hell of it, when it's not that. I feel like there's multiple things you have to take in consideration. And of course, somebody can have the argument, well, you know, that's not my problem, but you want the product. So, I mean, we're not just talking about ingredient costs. We're talking about, I have to take in consideration ingredient costs, packaging, labor, rent, insurance, light, water, like uniforms, multiple things, training, all these different things that we have to take in consideration that we have to try to factor into the cost of what we're charging for, what we're charging for whatever the product may be. So yes, you may come into Cranky Granny's and pay $8, $9 for a cinnamon roll. But I mean, again, there's all those different things that you're taking in consideration. They're not just letting us in there doing it for free.
Okay.
They don't care if there's a pandemic going on. They don't care if the economy is crap. They want their rent. And guess what? My employees want their paychecks. You know what I mean? Is when I go to Restaurant Depot, they're not saying, "Hey, yeah, we're going to give you a discount this week because we know
this
exactly." So it's like, you know, it's those, you got to take in all those different type of things in consideration when you're running a business. Now, are there some businesses out there that, you know, charge a lot more than what they need to? Yeah, but it's in every industry, from food to clothing to literally anything.
Yeah.
You have certain things that's $5, but that same exact quality thing somewhere else might be 50, might be 500. It just kind of depends. Everybody got a different target market, though.
That's true. That's true. I think a lot of people, and when it comes to, I'll say this about my own city, I feel like it's either going to go one or two ways. Either they going to really, really fuck with it and they don't care, or like you said, they're going to bitch and complain like, oh, you just charging whatever. But one thing, because I've known a lot of people that have ate Cranky Grannies, and the one thing that I've always heard is like, it's real nice in there. Everybody's in there cool. Like it was, you know, they even let me try one and like try a little sample. And so I feel like you've already set the foundation. Like this is how I got it going on in here, and that's how I'm gonna stick to it. I think outside of just the product, sometimes people forget about everything else, like you said, the lights, the logos, the uniforms, kind of creating the way it should look. Yeah. And I think that here so far, what you have done, I think again, you've done your big one. I feel like I haven't. Oh, do I want to say that? Yeah, I'm scared. I done heard a lot of negative stuff about a lot of different places. I truly mean that. I've never heard anything but great things about Cranky Grannies.
So I'm intentional about that too. So I read the reviews. I read the comments.
Yes.
And I don't just go back, because I've seen, and it's not even just doing it.
They don't care.
It's all types of businesses, I'll say like that will literally go back and argue with these customers in their reviews. Mm-hmm. I'm not going back and forth with any customer. I'm going to say, hey, sorry you didn't have the experience you wanted to have, this, and the third, blah, blah, blah. Because we're not going to get it right every time.
Not every
Nobody gets it. Not even Louis Vuitton gets it right. Sometimes your little buckle going to pop off. You can be like, what the hell?
They didn't put a bow on it.
Exactly. That sounds personal. But look, so it's like, I'm not going back and forth with you about certain things. I want to take that feedback, take it to my team. These are the things that we need to improve on, and we need to improve on them quick. Mm. And even if it's certain things as far as like, I remember they was making complaints about the bathroom or something. Like the bathroom was closed because it was like the toilet was broken.
Right. I'll figure it out later.
Okay, let's hurry up and get it fixed. You know what I mean? Like, but I take the feedback so we can improve.
Yeah.
Because I mean, that's the only way that we're going to be able to keep getting better, and we're even going to get a chance to have people be reoccurring customers. That's my thing. How can we make sure you come back, even if we don't get it right the first time? Let's fix it. So just in case one day you just so happen to be having a conversation with your friends and like, hey, like, look, I go there all the time and it's great. All right, you know what? Let me give it a second try.
Yeah.
Now you come back, you have a better experience.
You need that.
Yeah.
I think too, one thing, what was I about to say? I think that's what a lot of people in entrepreneurship kind of kind of struggle with too is the whole staying stagnant. Like, okay, I'm good. I'm where I want to be. I got a steady pace of business. I'm cool.
That's good for certain people, though. I'm not going to knock it. Some people are literally meant to just have the mom and pop.
Yeah.
Some people are meant to grow more than that.
Yeah.
I feel like it depends on your appetite. What do you have enough appetite for? Like, I'm about to open up a second location. Mind you, I already still got certain things I want to fix at my other location or whatever, but I have the appetite to have multiple. I got the, I got the
you got
whatever
it.
in
Yeah,
me to just
that
like
drive
just keep
for
on
sure.
going. Yeah, I got the drive in me to just keep on going, just wanting more and stuff like that. And that's just something that's in me. For certain people, it's like, look, I just need stability. Hey, my restaurant is making this amount of money. I know it's definitely going to be coming in. Like, look, that's cool. Like, I'm not even against the people that still, look, if you can stay in your 9 to 5 too.
Yeah.
Love it.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
I'm like, girly.
Like, I'm definitely not a person that's saying, go entrepreneur, become a business owner. I'm not one of them.
Yeah.
It so happened to be for me. It's not for everybody. It's a lot that comes into play with it, especially if you want to do it the right way. If you want to come in, you want to BS with it, I suggest you not get into it.
Man.
Because it's a lot of sacrifices and things. Like, I had to sacrifice a lot in my early 20s. I'm 26, but I'm still kind of like early mid 20s, right? But I sacrificed literally from 20 to 25 for the most part, strictly focusing on Cranky Granny sweet rolls. If you don't have the time to kind of strictly focus in on something for a long period of time until it could start, shaking the way you need it to, don't even jump into it. Sometimes it is right place, right time for certain people. Sometimes it's not. For me, I had to put a lot of hard work in. So.
I think that's very valid advice because I think, again, remember that year? It was like, I don't know what year that was. Everybody was just pushing own your own business, be your own boss.
Everybody was selling those courses and stuff.
Ebooks.
The ebooks and the courses and everything.
We did not forget. But I think everybody kind of looked at it as okay, I could do this. And I want to say this. There's nothing wrong with trying something, trying your hand at it, seeing if you're good at it, and then realizing, hey, maybe that's not for me, or maybe I have a different niche, or whatever the case is. But I think that's the part that people don't like to discuss. This ain't for everybody.
Or just keeping it as a hobby. There's nothing wrong with having that hobby on the side that brings you in that extra
Yeah, it could be
income.
a profitable hobby, but it shouldn't be the main course.
Everybody's not supposed to be a business owner. Everybody's not supposed to have a storefront. Everybody's not supposed to have a food truck. I see too often sometimes people are like, I wanted these things. I didn't have anybody saying, oh, I think you should get a store. I think you should get a truck. Da, 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 da. I'm already talking about all this. This is all the stuff that I already want. Again, I've been like this since I was a child. I knew what I wanted. But sometimes you get certain people that do certain things, and they're like, now you got the family and friends around you talking about, oh, you should do this. You should do that, bigging you up. Now you just done bigged yourself up into a $4,000 a month rent that you did not want. You didn't take in consideration all the different things going to keep you, that you got to keep doing to keep that thing going. So it's like, I don't know.
That's a great gem. She's trying to save y'all from being in debt and depressed, okay?
Yeah, if you got it and you do it, you know what I mean? But if it's something that you kind of got to teeter-totter and you I don't know, then just, do something else or stay
out the water
for however long you need to, because, sometimes people find their calling a little bit later in life.
Yeah.
Don't force it if you don't have to.
I think, to your point, I always use me as an example. So 2019 to 2021, I had a small online boutique, right? Mm-hmm. If I had $1 for every time, you should get a store and you can really, when I think back to it, y'all was wrong as hell for telling me that, because number one, then boom, the pandemic hit. So my shipping prices that was $97 for 50 items is now $300. Mm-hmm. It's just me. I don't have no loan. I don't have nothing backing me up. Mm-hmm. And so then eventually I just kind of phased out. And then I found my passion with this, Mm-hmm. But that just goes to show, you got to really, hone in your mind and be okay, what am I really going to do? Because people do get in your ear, and they will try to big you up and make you feel you know what, I can have a damn store, knowing damn well you don't got no business credit. You don't hardly have no credit.
Or if you even really want to do it that much.
Yeah, the passion
again,
to do
sometimes it's still fun when it's a hobby. But once, now I have to, I remember I used to work at A restaurant called Yard House.
Oh, I love your house. Yeah.
Me too now.
Now that I'm there.
So yeah, I used to work there, and I remember the one day I was probably like a year in or something, and I'm frying chicken wings or something, and I'm like, I really don't like this no more. Like, I don't enjoy cooking anymore, and I decided to quit because it's like I was doing it for so long, and I think part of it was also the fact that I knew I've been doing it since I was like 15. Like, I knew what kind of money I was bringing in on my own. And I'm like, man, I'm only bringing this in an hour now. Like, I don't really like that.
For y'all.
But yeah, and then like, again, it became a job versus, it was like kind of like a hobby. Like, you know, I made money off it or whatever, but it was a hobby still at some point. Versus now I'm working here and I don't really like it anymore.
That's a good point. I think y'all should take heed to that advice. If it's a hobby, love it, make the money, but don't push yourself into entrepreneurship. See if that's what you really want to do. I think people need to hear that. I'm glad you said that. I'm cutting the clip as soon as this come out, because they need to hear that. They need to hear that. Okay, so let's get into some more things, a couple more things. So this is what I want to know. Maybe through like the toughest seasons with Cranky Grannies, right? What would you say is like a very important lesson that you might have learned?
That is going to end.
What you mean?
Like, the tough season's going to end.
Oh, okay.
Like,
okay.
eventually you're going to get back in. It's a season for everything.
True.
You got seasons throughout the year. It's going to be seasons in business. Everything's not going to always be good.
Yeah.
You're going to have your ups and your downs in it. So I feel like just being able to still have that tunnel vision, just keep looking like, look, I know it's going to get better. I know it's going to get better. Taking a look at your numbers and stuff like that, doing comparisons and stuff. I feel like it's from doing the extra steps where you could kind of start realizing certain things. Yeah.
Okay. I like that answer. So what would you say, right, is something that you would say to somebody who is maybe kind of like 14-year-old Sianni, maybe kind of considering it, maybe thinking about jumping into like the food industry. They might want to have their own shop, things like that, but they don't know how to start. What is maybe like a piece of advice that you would give to them?
I would say back to 14-year-old Sianni, listen to your mom and keep tracking your money the right way.
No, really.
Because I was good at saving my money, but I was also good at spending it once it got to a certain point too.
Okay.
So I would say really just, keeping track of the things that you're doing. When you're writing your recipes out or you're doing anything, whether it comes out good or bad, just writing it down, keeping track of certain things. Because sometimes we want to say in our minds, oh, I'm going to remember that. You're going to forget that.
Yeah.
Like,
sure.
I feel like it's those little details. There's no big, because sometimes people try to make it seem like you got to say something that's like, it's about to be life-changing. It's really the simple things that if you just do it, it's going to make a big difference. Because guess what? There's so much more money and time that I could have saved if from the get-go I was making sure to write down every single recipe rather than trying to remember off the top of my head. Because sometimes I get a moment where it's like I just forget. Like, mind you, I've done this hundreds of times.
Yeah.
I just forget those sometimes. And if I didn't have everything stored somewhere, I probably would be assed out. You know what I'm saying? Like, so it's really just a simple thing. Make sure you're keeping track of the things you need to keep track of, from how you do certain things, the money that you're spending in certain places, where you're getting it from.
Okay. No, I feel like those are all really great points. And it just, like, again, I'm going to keep saying this, it speaks to the type of business owner that you are. I did not know you were 26. You are young as hell. But like, damn, like you really just jumped off the porch and just really did it. And I will say this, in Austin, like I said, I've been here all my life. I've seen a lot of places come and go. And so to see that, like, you're here, you're still here, more people are growing and knowing you and visiting, that makes me very happy. Because I've been seeing, like, to me, you for the community. And, like, I'm an Austinite, so that means a lot to me. And I think it means even more because you don't really have no ties here. Like, outside of, like, the business, you don't really have no ties here. So to come here and, like, join in and be like, okay, I'm going to be intentional. This is how I'm going to do that.
I got to give that to my mom, though. I'm not going to lie.
Shout out to Mama.
Like, I remember when I was, like, 12, she took me on a missionary trip to Africa. I wasn't happy to go at the time.
What?
But she took me. I remember sometimes going over to Philly, and she would have, like, bags of food and stuff like that. She's having us give out to the homeless and stuff like that. So my mom is a very helping type of
Nurturing,
person, you know what I mean? So it's like, it only made sense for me to be able to bring something like that into the business as well and be able to help that same community that's, you know, obviously came and welcomed me with open arms, honestly.
Yeah.
Because I didn't know anybody out here. Other than that one specific person, I mean, you know, y'all was cool. So why not help the community?
I love that. See, and it's okay to keep Austin weird. I be trying to tell people. We really friendly. And if we, like I said, if we love it, we love it. So
most definitely. I ain't gonna lie. Y'all definitely are cool people out here. Y'all are weird out here. I ain't gonna cap. But
hence the black and mild thing. I'm gonna keep saying that, bro.
Nah, I thought that was a Houston thing though. They was doing that out here too.
It originated, I think, out there, and then somehow, some way, it flooded here.
Same stuff.
Don't say y'all. You did not see me on that post saying. Baby, I would never.
These your people though. You gotta rep your people.
I love my
Just like y'all all think all Jersey people probably talk like Snooki and everybody off of Jersey Shore.
No, I never thought that.
So many people I met here from Texas thought that's what we talk like.
I just thought, like, what did I think about Jersey? Because I remember when I did get to New Brunswick, it was cold as hell. So that threw me completely off. You know, we don't really get real winter till like 1st of December,
Shoot,
maybe the end.
My real introduction, because when I came out here,
we had that freeze.
Exactly. That was in February.
Uh-huh.
Mind you, I'm in Jersey. We get cold all the time. We don't ever have to deal with our pipes freezing and all that kind of stuff.
Our infrastructure.
But I'm up on it's not good. I'm up on the 3rd floor. Our 50-gallon water tank bus leaked all the way down on the apartments under us. And I think the people on that 1st floor just moved from Baltimore, and they was only there for a couple weeks, and they already had to, vacate or whatever. My apartment was like cold as brick, like for a good like week or two or whatever. We had to stay over at that friend's house. Yeah, it ain't cool out here. Y'all get cold too.
Let me tell
y'all cold just not as consistent as Jersey's cold, but y'all definitely get brick out here as well.
See, and the thing is, prior to that freeze, I had never seen snow. I had never seen snow like real life. I had to drive. I didn't have no groceries, and it was my damn fault. And it was no excuse, but I ain't have a lot of groceries, and I had to drive on that ice. When I tell you, Sianni, I'm over there like, Lord, just please let me make it.
You know why y'all pissed me off?
Why?
Because why'd y'all put sand down? What was the sand supposed to do? Y'all supposed to put salt down.
Ask Abbott. His ass already don't know shit. Willis. Anyway, no, I don't know why. That's a really good point. Why the hell did they put sand down?
Know.
Is something more expensive or something?
It might, I don't know, but Texas got enough money. Shoot.
All
the stuff y'all be building out here, they had the money to do it.
I just pray and hope that don't never happen again. Because I remember I had my Wi-Fi. Everything was cool at home. But driving on that ice and it's kind of crunching at my nerves. I felt like I was Sheila going up to the mountain.
Mind you, my apartment, I have to go up like this too. I had like my little Jeep Renegade at the time too. But I had some grip on my wheels, so I was cool.
Okay. Well, how you get down the stairs? When the ice?
You got a hold. I broke something in my car, the little cigarette outlet. Cause I took my air fryer out there trying to cook some food in my car, and it buzzed. It ain't work for the rest of the time I had that car.
Damn.
Yeah.
Trying to cook.
Yeah. I was
motive for the food.
I was
motive for the food. Okay, girl. To wrap us out, right? One thing I want to know, because the vision is different for a lot of different people, right? And seeing like how, like you said, you still like in your early 20s, and so you've lived through some of your successes, but now, right? What would you say that success looks like to you?
Success looks like to me now having 5 profitable Cranky Grannies. Because I feel like it's one thing when you could bring in a lot of money.
Right.
But can you keep a lot of money? Because, you could bring in $1 million, but if you spent 1.2, I mean, that $1 million don't mean nothing.
Nothing at all.
So, I mean, I feel like just making sure that I can continue building as a successful business owner and having profitable locations.
Yeah.
And then after that, I don't know, get into some type of like, I don't even want to say motivational speaking or something, but
you could. Like, let me tell you,
I definitely would.
Because this is giving like, baby, I do this. I talk. So I can see that for you, like whether it be for the youth, for other entrepreneur, like whatever. I think I would gear
more towards the youth. I'm not gonna lie, because I would talk to adults. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I can say my stuff at different, things. But if I had to go in more of a teaching setting or like people that's going to actually listen and hone in, I would go more towards like the teenagers and kids. Just because adults is stubborn. Oh, I already tried this. Like,
well, you don't understand.
yeah,
Well, damn
like,
it. I'm trying to give you the
it's
sauce.
too much stubbornness.
Yeah, I think kids are always really eager to learn, even if they kind of act flaky about it at first. And I think just the art of hearing a story from somebody they don't know, you know. So definitely.
And it's, because when I was still over in Jersey and stuff like that, especially like 18, 19, when I'm doing stuff, I would go speak at like the high schools, elementary schools, middle school and stuff. And I felt like they actually paid attention a lot more because I literally just got out of school. Like I look like a kid,
I'm
still,
y'all,
just
man.
like y'all, basically exactly. And I got like the Kodak Black joint to kind of pull it like on my intro with the cinnamon rolls and stuff to kind of pull them in. So like I'm still young. I know how to pull you and I know how to talk to you. And then you get surprised to hear, oh snap, you 18. I'm 14. That's only 4 years away.
Yeah.
I started at 14. So it's like, I feel like the conversation just hits a little bit different.
And they need to see that. They need to be able to see somebody that look like them.
Yeah.
That's close in age and be like, hey, if you could do it, maybe I could do it too. Or if not, some of the fundamentals you laying down, I could take those with me and apply it to something else. So, Sianni, girl, we friends now. When you see me outside. So real quick to close out, go ahead and let them know where to find, they should know, but where to find you, where to go, all of that good stuff.
All right, so you can find Cranky Granny Sweet Rolls at 16051 Dessau Road, Suite F, Pflugerville, Texas. We will be opening up another location in Cedar Park soon, but just make sure to follow us on Instagram and Facebook. Instagram at Cranky Grannies and Facebook Cranky Granny Sweet Rolls. Yeah, that's everywhere. Oh wait, TikTok too, Sweet Roll Dealer. So
okay, because I've been seeing the content. I wanted to know that. Do you be doing your own marketing?
Mm-hmm.
Ooh.
Yeah.
You went to like.
That's why I say it depends on what's going on in my life. It depends on what that flavor of the week might be, because
the marketing is as somebody who got a marketing cert, I was like, damn, who the hell doing our marketing like that? Hey, you the GOAT. I give it to you. You the GOAT. Thank you so much for making time out of your busy schedule to come through and drop the gems. I appreciate you.
I appreciate you for having me.
I love it. I love it. Thank y'all. If y'all done got all the way to the end of this video, don't do that. Leave a comment. Drop a like. We'll see y'all next time. Thank y'all for tuning in.
You know what it is? Gym class heroes. And Dream. It's hard to look innocent when I got cookie crumbs all over my face and shit. You dig?